Well, I think we'll do with what we have here unless a couple people sneak in a few minutes. And this is July the 7th, and it's about 6:35. I didn't send out any notes to anybody, but Bob Finesh, would you please lead us in the pledge?
I will. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and
and
to the republic for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God, indivisible,
indivisible, with
with
liberty
liberty and
and
justice.
justice for all.
And Lion Joe, would you give us a few words on the invocation?
Lord, thank you for our good health and good fortune and getting us back on the recovery road from this terrible epidemic that we sustained. Keep us healthy. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. And Lion Bob, you want to run around the screen and introduce people for us, please?
Yeah, Lyle Workman, not to be confused with the Workman Law Firm.
Hey. I'm associated with Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
That's right.
Get it right.
Yeah.
Ryan Joe Farah. Hi, Joe. Ryan Zenaida Lahan.
Hello.
Ryan Sharon Everhart.
Hello.
Ryan Bob Lahan, President.
Here.
Ryan George Soleil. And yours,
Howdy.
Ryan Bob Finesh. All present.
Okay. And Lion Joe, we got any correspondence?
Yes, we do. One moment. Let's see here. We received a formal invitation to attend the cabinet installation. On the menu is a choice of salmon or prime rib. The cost is $100 per person. If anybody is interested in attending, reservations are required and payment in advance are required. I've got all the information here on the notice.
And I also saw it was black tie.
Well, it does not say that on the notice.
It does in the upper left, Joe.
Yeah, in the invitation it does.
I'm looking now on my notice.
Well, that's okay. We just know that it is.
I see it. Yes, a black tie affair, upper left-hand corner. Yes.
I have a black tie.
That's $100 a piece.
To continue with the correspondence.
Oh, well.
The club receives information.
Mute your devices.
So Steve just
Pick a device.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Who's ringing?
That's
Steve.
Okay. Turned him off. Thank you. The club received information regarding a 2020-2021 4C4 picture and video archive. They want to put together the year in film. We received letters of gratitude from both the Balboa High School Alumni Association and Clinic by the Bay. We also received an appeal from the Global Action Team for one last push on the part of all clubs and members. And we received a schedule of the past year's bulletin expenses totaling $201.25. That's the extent of my correspondence.
Good. Anybody have any questions? Okay, great. Thank you. Now, I know we have the normal things to talk about. We have the, Lyle, you sent out the notice for the YNC to our normal people, right?
Which notice of the YNC are you speaking about?
The amount that came from you, correct?
I'm asking you which notice.
Well, the one that had the flyer in it, had a nice flyer down.
Well, I've done a number of things on the youth and community. The one I think you're talking about is an email that went out to all the club presidents in the district, minus one, which had no contact information. In the past, that type of notification or sharing of information has not been successful. I do not expect it to be successful this year either. Whether it filters down to the various clubs and to the various members, I do not know. I have no way of knowing.
Yeah,
Did that go to last year's presidents, Lyle, or the incoming presidents?
The incoming or new presidents. The list was compiled on July 5th, and the email went out the same day. For those who are not familiar, in the member section of the international website, you can download various lists or print various lists. And among them is the current or the present presidents of all the clubs in the district, of which there are 55, I think. One club did not have contact information, so they were left off, but an email went to all 54 presidents asking if they wanted to participate in the youth and community raffle.
And I get the impression from you that you're saying that this has not been effective in the past, or?
It has not been effective, no.
Okay.
I did not do it last year, but I did the previous year, and as I say, it was not effective then either.
Probably just gets deleted.
It's really hard to
Doing a
say.
good job on Facebook, Lyle, with the notices to
Yeah.
organizations, inviting them to participate. And
An unfortunate aspect of that, and I've worked on this previously, and but one of the nice things about Facebook is what's called reach, and that is if you post something and it's shared by people who see it, it reaches more people. Unfortunately, to my knowledge, none of the members in our club share the information that they see with their people or with their friends. So our reach is not nearly what it could be. Okay. Now, I don't know how familiar everybody here is with not keywords, but hashtags. And the Lions of California, there are probably, I'm guessing, a half a dozen different hashtags, which I add to those particular posts so that it shows up in the feed of other organizations, California Lions, District 4C4 Lions. It shows up all over the place. Okay. And not only do I share it with my people, but I also share it to the Excelsior District Facebook feed.
the group.
So it shows up around the neighborhood, and those posts about the youth and community raffle go out twice a week, 2 times a day. Okay. And they are scheduled in advance all the way through, I think, the end of October, if I remember correctly. So it's going to be shown any number of times. It really depends on whether somebody just happens to see it or not. So there we go.
Okay. I know the marketing of this is a little difficult, but I want to kind of hang in and make a move to be this year a little more
Recording in progress.
oppressive. And Sharon, do you know when council might have an in-person meeting?
I can't understand you at all. There's an echo.
Yeah, there is someplace. I think Aaron has.
I took care of it.
Okay. Sharon, do you know when or if there will be a in-person council meeting?
An in-person what meeting?
Council, you know the San Francisco Council of Alliance?
Yeah, I didn't hear the word council, so I didn't know what you were talking about. No, I don't know.
Okay. How or when will we be notified if there is one or when there is one?
Well, I'll let you know.
Usually comes up on email.
And also in the thread.
In the thread. It's always
That's
in the
right.
thread.
In the thread, that's where it'll be.
Yep.
Okay. Because
You guys should check that regularly because it has all kinds of good information in it.
yes, it certainly does. All right, that's right. That's where I'll find it. Because I think a presence and a direct marketing at a meeting at a council meeting should be effective, or at least get us some stirring up out there. And so we now welcome Aaron, Lion Aaron. How are you? It's been a while. Okay.
Okay.
You're looking good. I like your hat. Or have you died?
No, I just got a haircut. There's no hair on my head.
Well, it's cold in Kansas City. You gotta.
That's very different.
Okay. All right. The football pool is up and operating, I assume. Not yet. When?
Not until the end of the month.
End of the month. End of the month. Then that's okay. By that time, there'll be someplace.
That's still 6 weeks before the beginning of the season, which means I won't get payments until the week before the season starts.
You won't get payments until the first week of
That's
September,
correct,
last
yes.
week of August. Okay, good. Right. I'm looking for one thing, and I hope somebody knows where it is. I haven't seen our banner. Does anybody know where our banner is?
Possibly at the Italian American Social Club.
Well, we pretty
It
much.
wasn't there.
It's not there.
We looked all over, Joe. It's not there.
Yeah, we searched the rooms.
Lion George is looking in his cave.
He may have it in his cave. He may have taken it to one of his plumbers meetings, and then
You checked with Ward's in Ward's hideout.
that's a good question.
It might be there, but it should be at the Italian American Social Club.
At the club. The last time we used it was at the club.
Yeah. Yeah. Here comes George. What?
So,
You're muted, George.
You speak up, George. You're muted. Push the little button.
You're muted. You're muted, George. Which could be a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
With Kathy, fine, thank you. Okay,
Yeah, it's not here.
it's not. You don't have it there neither.
Yeah.
I'll look in the office. It's possible.
Hey, I'm on a Zoom.
It should be in a white plastic tube.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
in,
I think it's in the tube.
you think it's in the tube, Stephen?
Yeah, there's a PVC, maybe 6-inch or 5-inch wide tube. Is that it?
Yeah, and it's about what, 6 feet long?
Yeah,
Did we check the Italian American Club in the,
Yes, we have, George. Yep, we did last month.
But were you looking for the tube?
Yeah,
Okay, well, we'll
fingers in
check
a tube.
club and go in and see if we can get it. It's got to be sitting probably in someplace. Okay. Oh, I got Leo. Can we touch a little bit on the luncheon? Lion Loud, do we have a count at this moment?
Yes, we do. Hold on. Glad you brought it up. Right now, we have 22 people.
Good.
Good.
I will pass that on to the club tomorrow. Okay. And
While we're talking about the installation,
okay.
there are two things that we need to talk about. And that is whether we're going to ordinarily in the past, when we had installations or fairly good sized installations, the installing officer and usually his wife, because it was usually men, we paid for their lunch or we paid for their dinner. This year, are we going to do the same? Okay, that is my first question.
Okay.
Secondly, I have an RSVP from immediate past district president Fanny Chu for a reservation for one. Because of her position as the immediate past district governor, do we want to pay for her lunch?
I would think so.
Yes.
So we have right now, if we comp those two people, we have Lion Mario and his wife Rose, and we have Lion Fanny Chu. We will pay for their lunches. Am I understanding everybody that is here?
Yes.
I disagree with regarding past district governor Fanny Chu. She's asking to attend our function.
Yes, I have her check in hand.
Good,
Okay.
good.
But I am asking because she is the immediate past district governor.
So what?
And she was not able to attend our meetings last year at all. Should we comp her lunch? Yes or no? It's not a big deal. I just want to know.
I vote no.
If she's
Oh,
picked
yeah.
in advance,
Let me put it this way. I will make a motion that I'll make two motions. First motion to pay for immediate past district governor Fanny Chu's luncheon. All those in favor, do I have a second, first of all?
All right.
I'll second it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. By a raise of hands, who is in favor of that? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Done deal.
Done deal. Second motion, that in addition to Lion Mario Bonavente, who is our installing officer, that we also pay for the lunch for his wife, Rose.
Yeah.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Second.
All those in favor, raise your hand. Unanimous. There we go. All right.
That's almost an automatic, Lyle, because
I agree with you. I agree with you, but I also have his check for his wife in my hand. And I will return it to him. Okay.
he'll appreciate
So
it.
right now, we have a total of 22, and 3 of those are complimentary. Okay. As far as district people, we have Fanny Chu, Macy Mac Chan, and Michael Chan.
oh, Mason.
Anita Young and Denise Kelly are all district people that will be attending.
Zenny,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Lion Bob, I hate to say it, I don't have your reservation.
I sent it out.
My financial.
I do not have it yet.
Okay, it was sent out. When did that got mailed, Bob? Because we mailed it
We mailed it.
Okay.
yeah.
for 4 people. Bob, myself, and 2 guests.
Excellent.
Good.
Those numbers are not included in my numbers yet.
Well,
Oh.
add them up. We said it.
Well, in that case, we have 26.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You gotta
between
find
now and then, it will change. I will send you an email at the end of the week, Lion Bob, so you can communicate with whomever you need to communicate with.
Francisco. What are the guy?
Francois.
Francois. Yes, it's
There
Madame
you go.
Francois.
So
Okay.
anyway, there we have it. That's the installation. Everything else is pretty cut and dry. I do not have responses from many of our members, which does not surprise me in the least.
Let me talk to you about the agenda at the luncheon. Okay. Come in. Okay. Lion Steve,
Yes, sir.
would you please do the Pledge of Allegiance?
Absolutely.
Fine. Okay. And then I need somebody to do the invocation. So I'm going to appoint Zenny to do the invocation. Is that all right, Zen? Yes, it is. You're very good at that. You got them all there in that little book. Okay.
If you don't want to do it, I'll do it.
Okay.
Now have a Lion Bob Finesse do it, Bob.
Well, then he's got to get up after all that and go around and introduce everybody who's there.
Yeah,
Introduce their
it's
guest.
perfect.
But Bob very
okay.
Lion Bob Finesse, would you do it, please?
Yes, I will.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
Line President,
Yes.
as far as introductions are concerned, and I don't know how to say this without being a little bit rude. There's no need to introduce our members.
Okay. I mean, we all know each other. Okay.
There's only a list of district officials which I will provide to you,
Okay.
along with their titles and everything else.
Immediate past district governor.
And
Official
there is only one person that I would advise you to ask for comments from, and that is Lion Fanny Chu.
Okay.
Everybody else you can introduce and just say how do you do and thank you very much for coming, and that's it.
And look good. Okay.
We don't care what they have to say.
All right. So if you got a guess,
Sorry about that.
people that want to. Okay. Now I'm for that. That's and I think that'll work well. So after we do that, then we quote eat, right?
Right. I sent you a proof of the program, which more or less lays out how things will go.
Yes, you did.
A week from Saturday?
What was that, Lion Bob?
A week from Saturday?
It's on the 17th. It's on a
17th.
Saturday. Yeah. It's a week from Saturday.
Yeah.
At this point, are we confirmed with Al Gentili?
Yes, I have his reservations. He has himself, his daughter, and one other person. I don't know who the third
Oh,
person
very
is.
nice.
Lady
That's
from
nice.
Now,
Yeah, Arline
okay,
or Arlene.
after we eat, but before we get into the formal spot, I want to recognize Al for a couple of reasons. As some of you know, he is at least the second longest serving Lion in our district. That's what, 64 years, I think we figured out.
I believe you are correct.
He's been a Lion. Now, I know Al back, when we were in the insurance business together. So that I won't say too much about that, except I go back that far with him. I also know that he had for all the service he has done, not only to the Lions, but for the service he has done for his country, that he had a very strong connection with his buddies, friends, and veterans from Iwo Jima. And I want to honor that as well with him while we have him there, and I have a little gift for him. And then we'll go into the formal stuff.
He attended many reunions with his comrades over the years.
Many, and he missed them last year, and I want to bring a little bit of that to him. In fact, it'll almost be to the date that the memorial was in Washington when we go on Saturday. Lyle, you want to just inject something here?
That's okay. I'll talk to you about it later.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to do little, little something for Al, and then we'll, I guess at that point, thank Fanny for being there and some other people, and then introduce Mario and let him carry the ball.
Correct. After the luncheon, according to the program, you resume order. In other words, you call people back to order.
Thank you.
At that point, you would do your Al thing. Okay. And then you would do the year in review. Yeah, we met, we didn't meet, and we did these things, blah, blah, blah. And then after that, it is the installation of officers. I will send this to you again so you'll have it.
Okay. Year in review, I'll make up a few things and tell people that they can view us on
Facebook. You can spread the BS.
Okay, I'm good.
And then the installation of officers by Lion Mario, and then last would be awards.
Okay.
And I have to ask, do you need that in there or not?
Well, I just awards, because we got a couple. That's about it.
Okay.
Unless anybody can think we ought to award something too.
We will talk privately again.
Okay. All right. Private enough for me.
I just want to confirm, do we gather at noon for everything? 12 o'clock?
I think it says 11:30 for liquid refreshment and lunch at noon.
Correct. That's what I have.
I'll confirm that with Francois.
Okay.
And we'll do that to Domani tomorrow. Okay. And all right. Anybody have anything else for this part of the meeting before we move on to the numbers? Okay,
No.
let's let us move on to the board meeting and a few numbers, which I think we can get through quickly. Secretary Joe, would you please do a roll call?
Yes.
Roll call? I could use a roll about now.
Soleil? Farah?
Muted again. He's muted.
Lyle Workman?
Present.
Graziano? Finesh?
Present.
Steve Martin?
Here, present.
Sharon Eberhard?
Present.
Robert Lahan?
Here.
And Zenaida Lahan.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Good. Okay. Joe, little minutes of the previous board meeting?
That was June 2nd. The treasurer read his report and it was approved. It was announced that the cabinet installation will be August 21st at the San Francisco Airport Marriott Hotel. President Bob arranged for a June 16th meeting at the Italian American Social Club. He repeated that this club's installation of officers will be a lunch at the Bass Cultural Center Saturday, July 17th. That's the minutes from the last meeting.
Good.
June
Okay.
2nd meeting.
Anybody have any change or suggestions?
I make a motion, we approve the minutes as read.
Thank you. Give you a second. Okay, everybody, raise your hand and wants to.
So
Approved.
approved.
Thank you very much. The minutes are approved as read. And now let's move on to the treasurer's report, who has questions, changes, and corrections.
I have all kinds of stuff. I got more numbers than I need. What would you like to do first? Go over the proposed budget or go over the last report of the year?
Let's do the last report of the year.
Last report of the year. Okay, by the numbers. As of June 30th, activities account. I can go further into the various numbers if anybody wishes, but it's pretty cut and dry.
That's it. That's good.
Anybody have any questions about any of the information I sent out on the last numbers?
I don't see any.
No, we don't.
Excellent. There we go. Done and done.
Is anybody past due in their dues?
No.
Good.
Not even Bill made it. Good.
Bill Maida was the last one that was past due,
Yes.
and he sent in not only his dues for the last 6 months, he paid a year in advance.
Good.
Good.
So we're in good shape. I don't have an accounting of who has paid their current bill, but we're doing very well. I'll have that at the end of the month.
Okay, that'll be more than fair. Okay, and the rest of the numbers are?
The rest of the numbers are, we met last Friday. Many of the people in attendance are here tonight. So they are very well aware of the conversations we had concerning the administration and the activities budget. I did change the formatting a little bit on the last set of sheets I sent out, but I'm just going to go over them quite quickly. The administration account first. We expect total income of $2,910. Our total expenses going all the way down, blah, 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 comes out to $2,938.75. That's for all planned budgets, which gives us a possible deficit of $28.75, which is excellent.
Yep.
So that's that. Moving along to the activities income, we expect income of $12,800, which includes $3,600 possibly income from the crab feed. Once again, I'm not going to read every single figure because they're just mostly carried from last year. We expect expenses of $14,775.50, which gives us a deficit budget of $1,975.50. Okay. Among the various expenses, we did not do several things last year, and those are the items that are listed in red on the proposed budget. Those items add up to $3,050. So without including those, we have a plus budget of $1,074. So we're not terrible. Our income for this coming year is going to be key. We need to participate in and make sure that we do all of the fundraising possible. We have fewer active members, so we're having more trouble doing the fundraising that we have been doing. Two of the fundraisers are really taken care of by one member, without very little participation by the other memberships. The only thing that we do have that is a membership-wide fundraiser is a crab feed, and we don't know how that's going to turn out this year. So we need to plan ahead.
I'm working on the crab feed, not yet because we have to see who is where and why. But there are, 2 locations that I know of, maybe 3, that have all the things that we need, beginning with the parking and the kitchen facility, et cetera, and all the tables and all that sort of stuff.
I would highly recommend that you talk this information over with Lion Bob Finette, who's going to be doing some of the work. At least I hope so.
Yes.
I will do that as soon as I get a response from, I always want to say Phillips. And as soon as Gabe's gets worked out when they're going to do their feed, and the other one I'm just sitting on in case we need it.
Okay. So I will make a motion that we adapt both the administration and the activities proposed budgets.
I have a question.
I will try to answer.
Did you include in there my ask for the $200 for National Night Out for the police department?
There is $500 in miscellaneous expenses under community activities, of which that would fall under.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
No worries.
All right. Okay. There's a motion on the floor that we approve the activities and the budget for next year. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Do I hear a vote? Raise your hands, please.
Yay. Aye.
Thank you
Good,
very
it
much.
passed. The numbers are in steel, form, cement. Well, maybe not cement.
They're in silly putty,
Aye.
so they could bounce around. Boing, boing, boing.
That shows your age when you say silly putty. Okay.
Say, Lion Bob, another place to look for the crab feed would be St. Finbar's. That's
We know them. Yeah.
Forester and by Monterey.
Yeah, they're off
Yeah.
just off Monterey. Yeah, that's I will. I
Was
got
it
it.
George, I didn't get it. George,
got
what was it? Finbar.
St.
Finbar.
Finbar's, yeah.
They're off Monterey.
Oh, yeah.
I know because when we were at games, we used to play basketball against them. Okay.
Do they have parking?
Yes, they have a big
all
play yard and parking.
Yeah.
They got a nice hall and a nice kitchen.
Very good.
And they're in the family.
Always remember, Bob, with these things, the devil's in the detail.
Yeah, very much.
How much do they want?
Yeah.
How much charge? The whole works.
The whole work. Well, we do know that the gentleman whose name I can't remember from Philip said that we welcome back anytime because we did a great job.
I got his number. His name is Kevin. I think Kevin.
Yeah.
Irish last name. And I have his number if you need it.
Okay, we will go after that. I'm trying to get this set as soon as we can. But anyhow, good. That's what I wanted to get.
His name's Brendan.
And so we will go after that because some of these places are, at least from a
Yeah,
pastor's
Brendan.
point,
Brendan is his name.
not there. So we can go in and wear a collar and look like you belong. Okay. All right. Any old business that we need to take up now?
One thing that came to light when I did the reconciliations at the end of the year, there are 4 outstanding checks written on our activities account, which have not been cashed yet. I will stay on top of them and if need be, contact the recipients and give them a little nudge and say either cash it or lose it.
Right.
Mhm.
The funny thing is 2 of those checks are from the Nikkei Lions Club for their participation in the Youth and Community Raffle. So I have no idea what's up with their treasurer, why they're not being deposited.
Okay.
But I will stay on top of it.
Good. Thank you. Any new business we'd like to discuss that we haven't already walked around?
I have 2 things to share.
Okay.
Both of them are possible donations. I will share this one first. As you can see, this is actually a posting from Facebook. And this is for funding of the float in the Rose Parade this coming January. This happens to have been posted by Lion Kenai Barra, who is asking Lions clubs to donate $100 toward the float and the associated costs. Is this, anybody have any feelings about this?
I would support that.
I like the Rose Parade.
It's a good publicity for the Lions Club, so I would support that as well.
Okay, I will make a motion that we donate $100 to Lions Float Inc. For this coming January's Rose Parade.
Second,
Okay, it's been moved in second that we donate $100 to the Lions Rose Parade float. All of those in favor, raise your hand. Look
Aye.
positive. Aye.
aye.
It's been moved and
Okay.
passed.
Aye.
$100
Excellent.
to the parade. And if you've ever seen it, walked it, or been there, the thing you miss not being there, you can see it on television. All that's very nice. Is the magnificent aroma of all the flowers as they go by. And then when they take them over and put them in the park, and can go over there, it's that's something, you know. There's no smell-o-vision on TV anymore, or was it?
No smell-o-vision.
Well, don't you know they
Maybe
had that-
that's the technology in the future.
you have to remember the smell-o-vision or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's the other one, Lion Lyle, that you
The
have?
other one, we have a request from Dr. Augusto, Dr. June. This guy uses doctor. Okay, he's a doctor. Get over it.
MD.
But anyway,
I had
to do an ad in the upcoming installation program and also the district directory. I bring it up as a courtesy to the district. My feeling about this, it's purely vanity. 2 years ago, we put an ad in the district directory about the YNC raffle. It was a full page ad. Nothing ever came of it. In my opinion, we should say no, thank you.
Yeah,
But that is purely my opinion.
I agree with that. If we're going to spend the money, especially if it's for the YNC, it's got to be spent in a much more direct manner where we can get in and talk to a few people. And that's why I want to, as I'm thinking, first with the council, where we can go in and get in front of them and wave all kinds of things, and then take a couple shots at some of their meetings and a couple of organizations that I know, to see if we can get them involved. So it's nice that you do something for the directive, but nobody reads the ads anyhow.
Okay, well, as I say, I wanted to bring it up as a courtesy so that we would consider it yay or nay.
So should we take an official vote?
Yeah,
We don't need to, there's no motion.
we don't need to. I don't, if there's no motion.
Oh, I thought you were making that as a motion.
No, I only brought it up.
Just a point of information.
No, yes,
Yeah, point
that
of
is correct, yes.
Okay, fine. All
I'm
right.
sure there's been many other things that have come across my email and stuff that are requesting donations, but there's too many to follow up on. These two I saw and thought it was important to bring them up.
And speaking of donations, reminds us on money, Lion Joe, do we have any bills to pay?
Only our monthly contribution to the Lion's Eye Foundation.
Cool.
I have nothing besides that.
Our donation to the Lions Eye Foundation goes out automatically the first of every month. In addition to that, actually today, I received a note from the Canine Companions for Independence, or the Lions Project for Canine Companions.
Yes.
And our yearly pledge was due. So I sent a check out for $125, which is already in the budget.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
So
Take
there
care
we
of the-
go.
Take care of the doggies. Okay. All right, then that's it. Anybody have anything they'd like to say, react, reject, drink, eat?
I think we're on fairly firm footing.
Firm footing. Well, okay.
You
All right.
know,
Thank
Motion
you
to
all for
adjourn.
attending. We'll see you on the 17th. And then shall we go back into the club after that on what's the date? What's the date? But the date, look, Bob, over here. On the
21st.
on the 21st, you want to go back into the club and pester them?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's on the
Okay.
schedule.
And
The
if
club
you,
where?
oh,
The Italian American Club.
Italian American Social Club.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, we're supposed to do our membership meetings in person, right?
Well, now we're there, we can do that.
Yeah.
But all right, we'll take care of that. And we have to go find a banner. Okay, turn the club upside down or right side up and see if it's in a, in some leaning against a 2x4 that we didn't, get into. So everybody
Yeah,
take your time and go by the club and see if you can find it.
maybe Friday.
Maybe Friday.
Maybe Friday evening.
No, well, I'll contact Julie and tell her we're looking for it. They got to find it, probably downstairs, in that little room off to the right.
No,
Okay.
it should be in the closet. It should be in the closet there.
In the closet. That's the last time. We probably we'll go just look
There,
for it.
yeah.
Everybody. We got a week to find it because with the honchos or the honchettes coming into the meeting, we should display the banner. They've got a flag for us, so that takes care of that. And I'll bring Leo along. Where is he? He's over there. And we'll bring him the lunch. He won't get much to eat, but we'll bring him anyhow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Excellent.
Do I hear a motion to say good night?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you very much. Second, it's been moved and second that we adjourn, and all those raise one hand, two hands, or just say
Yeah.
thank you very much. We're out of here. All right. Appreciate it. Right on. Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay.